Students arriving on campus this year may have been a little surprised to see some major parking changes. Mustang News starts now.
Broadcasting from Studio 300 on Cal Poly's campus, you're watching Mustang News.
Hello, you're watching a special edition of Mustang News. We want to welcome all of the new students to campus. Those new students may have been a little surprised by the law enforcement around town. The San Luis Obispo Police Department issues double fines each year during the week of welcome. SLO PD issued 48 violations and the University Police Department issued 95 during WOW last week. SLO PD says this year's numbers are lower than last year's, while UPD saw an increase in violations. Most of the violations were for noisy parties or open alcohol containers.
Hathaway would just be an absolute sea of people. You couldn't drive a vehicle down it, and so we had some serious concerns about just the sheer number of people. And so this year, we had a lot of people I saw on sidewalks and things like that, but we didn't see the streets being completely taken over.
SLO PD credits this year's lower numbers to WOW's awareness programming for new students. University police are now cracking down on parties off campus. San Luis Obispo City Council members voted to allow campus police to patrol in city limits around campus. Just in time for the new school year, the City Council unanimously approved 2 items in response to ongoing noise and unruly behavior complaints in the residential areas near Cal Poly. The 2 items are amendments that crack down on unregistered musical performances and an agreement code violations citations within a 1-mile radius of Cal Poly's campus. The city's primary goal is to help police better respond to large gatherings and hold all individuals accountable for city code violations. A Cal Poly and Cuesta College student each suffered a single stab wound early Friday morning. The incident occurred near the entrance of Mustang Village. Both victims were attending a private event at the Alpha Gamma Rho fraternity house. One of the suspects attempted to enter the event but was denied. The suspect then engaged in a physical fight with one of the victims and fled when it was broken up. The 2 victims were walking along Foothill Boulevard shortly after when they were approached by the original suspect and a second who started a fight with the victims and stabbed both of them in the upper torso before fleeing down California Boulevard. The victims were treated with non-life-threatening injuries. If anybody has more information about the stabbing, contact SLO PD or Crime Stoppers. Cal Poly President Jeff Armstrong has released a new version of his master plan after getting feedback from students and the community. Most notably, the updated plan released earlier this month has eliminated the hotel and conference center that received little support from community members and students alike. As a result of the community feedback, the agricultural land west of Highway 1 will not be up for development. And finally, the beloved Arboretum will not be moving locations on campus and instead will be improved and expanded in its current location north of Poly Canyon Village. 2 surface lots at the Cal Poly Grand Avenue entrance are permanently closed for construction on new student housing. Reporter Clara Knapp has more on how less parking is affecting more students.
I asked some Cal Poly students how they felt about the parking lot closures during the first week of school. Although administration sent out a campus-wide email last week alerting the Cal Poly community to the lot closures, some students said they were surprised by the lack of available parking.
I was expecting it to be worse than last year, but not as bad as it was when I got here.
The closure of the Grand Avenue lots means that students now have to park in lots that are farther away from campus.
Well, I came in at 8:30 and I had to park way over by PCV almost.
Some students said parking could and should be improved.
Just getting on campus, how they direct traffic, I think that could go a lot smoother.
Cheaper parking passes and maybe a better, bigger structure.
This is Clara Knapp, Mustang News.
You can check mustangnews.net for continuous updates on campus parking. Faculty members in the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences took a no-confidence vote against Dean Andy Thulin. Out of 99 votes, 78 voted no confidence. Cal Poly spokesperson Matt Lazier says there has not been a vote of no confidence before in the department. One of the complaints from faculty members was the way money is handled in the department. According to an email released by faculty members, the budget for the department is centralized in the dean's office. However, the rest of the faculty is unaware of how the money is being dispersed. Tholen acknowledges the vote and said he is dedicated to work towards collaborating with the faculty in cafes. President Armstrong says Dean Tholen will remain in charge of cafes for the 2015-16 academic year. The College of Engineering has proved its strong reputation in the 2015 U.S. News Education Report. According to the report, Cal Poly's engineering program once again belongs among the best in the nation. Cal Poly ranked within the top 10, coming in at 7th place. The only programs to place higher than Cal Poly's include 3 private universities and 3 military academies, making Cal Poly's engineering program the best state-funded program in the country. Among Cal Poly's many engineering options, mechanical, civil, and aerospace programs rank consistently among the best in the nation. It should also be noted that Cal Poly as a university topped U.S. News Best in the West rankings for the 22nd time in a row. Cal Poly fall sports are getting into the heart of their seasons as all teams are preparing to begin conference play. We're going to take a look at men's soccer and football and what the teams have ahead of them. Cal Poly men's soccer team completes non-conference play Sunday, September 27th at 4 p.m. at Loyola Marymount. The Mustangs are currently the Big West's top defensive squad and have a 4-2-1 record so far. Loyola Marymount started the season 5-0 but have lost their past 3 games. After Sunday's game, the Mustangs start off conference play at Cal State Northridge on Thursday, October 1st at 7 p.m. Quarterback Chris Brown will lead the football team to Bozeman to take on the Montana State Bobcats on September 26th. Cal Poly is ranked 20th in the FCS media poll and 22nd in the coaches poll, while the Bobcats are ranked at number 14. Both teams are looking to bounce back from losses last weekend. Catch the Mustangs at home against Idaho State for the Fall Hall of Fame game on October 3rd at 6:05 p.m. Well, whether it's football or football, I sure am excited to see our Mustangs out there this week. That's all the time we have for today. Join us next week for a full 30-minute show where we'll cover the latest news, sports, art, and of course, the beautiful weather here in San Luis Obispo. Catch us on University Channel 4.1, Charter Channel 2, and full coverage of all news at mustangnews.net.